So actually switching over to my GoPro, my batteries died for my camera and I wasn't prepared for it, obviously. Both of my batteries are dead and I have two more that's dead that I forgot to charge. So we'll go ahead and use the GoPro. It's good enough. Let's show you guys the little setup. And sorry, I know it's really bad. You can see my reflection and I actually don't have a tripod for this. So I literally, I just have the little mount that it came with in the box. Long story short, it was a really sad story. Lost my GoPro on a trip and never got it back. I lost it on the train in a different state. Came back home, GoPro less, and yeah, it's pretty sad. So starting off with actually the main, sorry if my square actually squeaks so much. This chair, we'll start with the chair. So this chair is from Target. I don't know how much I got it for. How much did I get it for? I think I got it for 35 bucks. This has been my chair for the last I want to say good 3-4 years, because that's when I started to build, and I think I just bought everything all at once. But 35 bucks, it's not bad. It does hurt my back, so that definitely we need to upgrade. We'll start with the monitor. Actually, the monitor is a 23.5-inch monitor. It's not big. I think for a starter I wanted to do that and not buy something that's too crazy. I got the monitor from, oh actually no, the monitor was actually from my girlfriend. I was using an old monitor. It was an HP. It was like an office monitor. It wasn't, maybe the refresh rate was probably 60 hertz as well. This is only 60 hertz and it's not bad playing, you know, games and everything else on here, but it definitely needs an upgrade for sure. So she got it for I think somewhere around 110, which is pretty reasonable for a good starting monitor. And I honestly think I don't have any problems with it. I just think that, you know, maybe in the future it needs an upgrade. You don't need a crazy monitor that has, you know, 300 something refresh rate. I think a good amount is 144 depending on what you're playing, and 144, sorry if I said 44, 144. I think that's one I want to do if I do upgrade the monitor. But yeah, it's a pretty good monitor. The only problem I have is I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll go around actually. The mounting on this monitor, it doesn't have an exact mount. It has a weird kind of latch, and Lenovo has obviously solutions for that, but it's an extra $30 that is, I think, unreasonable for them to, you know, charge that amount, plus I'm gonna spend money for the mount. So it's not a very good investment, I think, since I'm upgrading the monitor maybe later in the year. Anyways, we'll move on to our speakers, and the speakers actually also has a subwoofer on the bottom. These guys cost me $50 when I bought them. Sticker price or regular price is $100 flat, so I got them for half off. I think maybe 3 years ago when I started to build again. So I got it for 50 bucks, and that's, I think, is pretty good, and they sound really good, honestly. So again, I'm not a very fancy guy, but we'll test it out for you. I don't want to spend too much. We'll play these songs are dirty. Let's play empty bar on the floor. I'll go ahead and pause the music real quick. One thing I really like about this specific speaker system is I can always adjust in this little knob right there. That little knob right there. I could slide it around, slide it all the way down here, I'll slide it all the way up to control actually the bass. You know, depending what music you're listening to, I can control that. And obviously when it's late at night, people are sleeping, I turn it down a little bit so you're not losing too much bass. I wish they were all black, since I am trying to go for that all black, you know, look on my setup, but they're good enough. We'll go ahead and move down here. Oh, actually, before we move down there, I have this little webcam right here. It's a C920 Logitech webcam. It's a 1080, full HD 1080, which is good enough. There's a lot of webcams out there as well that has, I believe, like 4K quality now, but they go for like 100 something. These guys only cost me 50 as well, which is still pretty a good hefty price for a webcam. You know, like, when do you ever use it? I mean, for the streamers, yes, but for us regular dudes, I mean, I probably only use it when I make calls to people that I don't have reach to back at home in the Philippines. And yeah, it's a pretty good webcam though. I've had it for a long time as well. We'll move over to this little piece right here. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. This is a very useful tool. I use this to remove keys, and I use that to remove keys. Very simple. I need this when I clean my keyboard. Oh, how does it go again? It's like that, right? Okay, I'll view that. Oh no, it's the wrong way. Damn it. See? Put it the wrong way. Put it back on again. What? Okay, there you go. So yeah, it's a keyboard key remover. You can get some in Amazon, and I think some keyboard companies also give that to you for free, like give you a couple for free. So with these keyboards that you can remove the keys with, I mean, you would need that. You don't want to use a tweezer or anything that sort that's gonna, you know, have these guys all dirty all the time, because dirt does get stuck inside here, believe me, and I actually need to clean it. And it's nice because I could remove all the keys, throw it in a Ziploc with soap, warm water and soap, and they're clean. You know, I don't even wipe it with hand sanitizer. I don't want to do that. But yes, this keyboard right here is a Razer Black Widow Chroma. It was a gift from a good friend of mine, and I've also had this keyboard for a very long time. I know. Oh shoot! I typed something that I wasn't supposed to. So I've had this keyboard for a good 3 years as well, I believe. And I remember at the time I was using a pre-built. So it was a funny story, not a funny story, but I was 16, I believe. I was 16. I was really eager to get a computer just to play games. Honestly, we only had like really laptops, HP laptops that couldn't even run actual games. So I think the push point was me getting the PC, the pre-built, it was on sale, and it cost me, I think, $450. And with that, I don't remember the specs exactly, but it wasn't that good, like my brother said. But I just needed something to, you know, have and play my video games. And I don't think at the time we were both ready to build. I think he was, but I wasn't. I was just like, you know what, I want a PC. I just want to play, and I had saved up money, so I just go ahead and went and bought it at Best Buy, and that was that. And after that, built our own PCs and all that. So what else are we missing? The mouse. So all of these guys are going to be Razer products. These guys are, let's see, it's a Razer Goliathus Chroma mousepad. Cost me $35. I know it was on sale as well. We had a Razer store here in the city where I live, and I went to go pick it up. Usually they're $50 and paid $35 for it, so it's not a bad deal. For a mousepad, obviously it's pretty expensive, but it is RGB. The only thing I wish that it did was these guys actually, not just it being solid all the time, it switches, like the light switches throughout the whole thing all at once, but have different little sections, obviously, that, you know, would make it actually RGB. So not just purple at one time and then red and then blue, but all different colors at the same time. I wish that was the case, but I know they have a mouse pad on Razer that you can get that has that now, and I think it's $50, so it's not entirely bad, but for a mouse pad it is kind of expensive. Now I have my mouse, and this was $90 from Razer as well. I bought it at Razer. It was not on sale. It's the Razer Black, no, it's a Razer Mamba Elite mouse. So this guy right here is a Razer Mamba Elite mouse, and it's honestly it's not a heavy mouse. So for those of you guys that like a heavy mouse, maybe it's not gonna be the one for you. But also I think for me personally, I like it just because it doesn't have a lot of drag, and I don't really like that. It's very light, easy to pick up, easy to navigate. It's pretty good for my hand, I think, you know, and it's light, you know. And DPI goes all the way to 16,000, so that's pretty freaking insane. But I know when I play games, I'm only like 4,500 maybe, or I don't know. I've never really go to 9,000. I think that's pretty crazy, but 4,500 I think is what I do. For those guys that probably play like Counter-Strike, they probably have it at 16,000. I don't know. This guy was $90, so it was close to 100, and that was probably pretty expensive at the time. I think it was around Christmas, so I just felt like my mouse needed an upgrade. I was using a wireless Logitech mouse that was like $20 from Target, and I was playing games with that, and I felt okay with it, honestly. You know, I didn't really care at the time. But when I got this, oh my god, it was a whole different world, different feeling, honestly. But yeah, $90 is a pretty, like, it's a pretty steep price for a mouse. I mean, I know people would drop 100, 150 for a mouse, but I think that's a good investment, and I don't think I'll change it until it breaks. When my friend got me this keyboard, I wanted to have a Razer kind of just set up because of their system that they have, and I actually can pull it up for you guys. It's a Razer Synapse, and actually they have a studio that you can customize the colors, and I think it's pretty cool how they have this. Usually I just have it on static mode all the time, meaning I just have it on one color, you know, and everything else is going to be the same. Oh, actually I forgot to open cam and put my NZXT fans on. Yeah, so now it's purple, you know, it glows purple. Next up, we'll go around actually to our mic. So you're pretty sure you guys already seen that. It's a Blue Yeti. It's a Blue Yeti mic. It's around $100, 80 to 100 depending on the color. I know they're very, very kind of specific with their color, and pricing differentiate between colors. And got it for $90, not bad. And favorite part, on the back you can control the gain. So right there on the very top button right there, you can control the gain, and also sorry, I'm touching the mic, the type of audio that you're recording. Now it's a pretty good mic, no complaints. The only thing is that I should have gotten it in black. I don't know why I got it in gold, honestly, or like a platinum color. But yeah, $90, not bad. I think it's a good investment. I know a lot of people have Audio Technica's mic. I forget the model name, but I definitely want to, like, this is on its original stand. I want to get a mount for it as well, like an arm, like a boom arm. So I don't know where I'm gonna set it up within the desk, but I don't know. Maybe here, but it'll probably be in the way. Maybe right behind there, and it kind of like curls up right here, like right here on the left side. I think that's the best spot. But obviously at that time I would have a new monitor, and that would be mounted up as well, so I have more space on the bottom here. I also have a lamp. This lamp is from Amazon. It only cost me 20 bucks, and then the bulb, the RGB bulb, cost me 10, I think $10, I believe. So the whole lamp right here is also a pretty good price. It's $30. The only concern, or not concern, but the only, from experience, I think that the arms for this is very unstable, and they don't really adjust to your preference. But then if you're gonna have, obviously, when do you really move the lamp? I mean, you have it in a fixed place for forever. So yeah, maybe I'm also gonna get a little mount for it, because this, honestly, this little black base here takes up a lot of space, and I don't like that, honestly. And it's heavy, so I think it's much better if I mount it right behind there, right behind the desk, and clear up some space, honestly. Next up, we have the PS4. It's, I think what version is this? The Play. It was like an anniversary. Remember when they released that PS4 with that blue, the transparent blue one? I think this is after that. So, and it's a slim version. 300 bucks, I believe. 300 bucks. Yeah, $300 was the price when I had it, or when I got the PS4. And what's connected is a Skull Candy headphone receiver. And this Skull Candy was also given by the same good friend that I have that bought me this for Christmas, the Razer keyboard. Honestly, I like wireless headphones, and that's why I never upgraded ever since he gave me this. And it's not the most comfortable headphone I've tried on. Obviously, like HyperXs are one of the good ones, but I don't think there's any reason for me right now to upgrade my headphones. And they're very old school, and I like that, and they work. I can, whenever I'm playing games and whenever I need to go pee or grab something to eat, I don't have to remove them. And you know, I'll show you guys. I wear the headphones, adjust, flip this up to mute myself, and you're gonna hear like a little kind of adjustment click. Not really a click, but more like, it doesn't click. I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of just see like it comes into place, aligned with the actual band of the headphone, and then just put it down to set it up. That's it. And it's pretty handy, you know, actually. Also, they're not, I drop them all the time and they don't break. So had it for good 3 years, and I love it, so not gonna change that. So that's a little PS4 right there. I'm also gonna mount that right behind there afterwards. I already ordered the mounting piece, and also the controllers are going to be mounted as well, along on this little wall here. I don't really know exactly where I want to mount it yet, to also clear up some space on the desk, so I could do some work at least, right? So just got a little random wooden table here that's fairly small. Camera there, we don't need to talk about that. And I also have a inkjet printer. So this one I actually don't use for any like gaming, or obviously gaming related, but I have a little business that I have, so I use this, or I'm gonna use it to print out images, print out my pictures that I take on my camera. And I think it's just nice to have an inkjet printer. I mean, everybody has laser printers now, and they're very, very, like, don't get me wrong, laser printers are very, I guess, they save a lot of money, obviously, in time, because you don't have to change them out every time. Camera bag, just a bunch of boxes. Oh, I want to talk about this one. So this is a V-Moda headphone, and I was using it one day, took it out, going home, going to work, and they just blew. Like the drums, there you go, the drums, they blew. And basically there's like, it makes like this squishy sound every time you press down on like on your ear with the headphones on. It has this like squishy sound, so you know that's how they blew. I didn't drop them, I don't know what happened, but they're done. So actually, V-Mode is nice enough to give me like a 40% off, I believe, for the for a replacement. But I think when that happened, I was already out of warranty, so I couldn't do anything about it. But they're still giving me a 40% off discount, so that's nice. I haven't taken care of it or anything like that, so yeah, I don't know. This little system right here, it's not really part of gaming, but it's part of what I do and what I work on. I make clothes, and basically it's a vinyl cutter. So a vinyl cutter, I would just feed the vinyl through here, cuts out the design I made on the software that they have, and cuts out precisely. So this little blades right there, if you can see them, they cut the design. So yeah, so printing images out and cutting vinyl for designs. And it's a pretty good machine. It wasn't too expensive, and I think it's a good starting vinyl cutter. So for those of you trying to make clothes, make designs, even cut out certain designs for like designs for mugs or anything like that, this you will need for sure. This is where the subwoofer is. Headphones are there, just laying there. And we'll move on to this little controller here. Turn it off. Receivers there for the LED strips running behind the desk. And you see that purple hue in the back of the desk. And this was also from Amazon. So that was only 20 bucks, and I think it's, oh, why did I turn it off? No, don't turn it off. It's a good investment, honestly. It's very easy to wire it behind the desk. And I use mounting tape, actually. So this mounting tape is kind of like a double-sided tape, and I put it basically on these little metal bars behind the desk, and mounted the LED strips, well, not mounted, but stuck the LED strips along all the way around. So yeah, they're pretty good for 20 bucks to make it look like that. I think it's a no-brainer. A lot of people get the Philips Hue, and it's a very nice feature where you could control it with your voice and change the colors with your voice. But I think for 20 bucks, it's a very good investment. This remote is for that lamp. This is actually not working. I can't even turn it off. So now it's just stuck on fade mode. Now that fade mode is just slowly and smoothly turning into different colors. But this changed the battery. It's the remote is just dead basically, so I have to get a new remote for that. The only way that I can turn this one off is switch this, and that's it. Just switching the actual lamp itself. But honestly, again, I don't mind it. I'm probably gonna change it to a different bulb that has a better receiver, because this one obviously not want to work. So the next remote, it's like 3 remotes there, is for that little HDMI hub right there. Now that HDMI hub can hold up to 4. Got it from Amazon. I think, let me see, I think I got it for $35 to $40, which is, it's an expensive hub, but it's one of the good ones, honestly. And there's 4, and basically I used input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4. Right, so input 1 would be my PC, input 2 would be my PS4, and input 3 would be my Switch. I don't have my Switch. My girlfriend took it because she wants to play Animal Crossing. and I want to play it too. But you know, I have this, I have that. I don't. She doesn't have a system that she can play with, so I gave it to her for until this whole thing is over. So yeah, it's a good hub. I put it right underneath the desk, and I think it's a good place for that since it does take up space as well. So yeah, with literally just a press of a button, see, it turns black. So it will go input 2, but obviously the PS4 is not turned on. Oh, I just did something. But input 1, go back to input 1, and let's see, I just pressed it. Something actually happened while I was recording. So on the part where I was explaining about the HDMI hub, the just 1 second. One of the well, I was switching it around with the remote, and for some reason I have a new monitor now because we had a backup, and this is an old monitor. It's not the monitor I just had a couple seconds ago, but my brother's trying to figure out what happened to it. Basically, it was just showing like a very very small outline of where I left the screen, like literally like this, but it's only showing like a line like right here, and everything else is kind of like brown, and it has some really weird lines, and it's like a brownish color, and it has like kind of like a vignette effect around the screen, which is so odd. Now we're gonna try to figure out what caused the problem. So we'll we'll continue on with it, and if anything, I think that monitor was listening to me, like, yeah, upgrade me because I'm about to break. So it's been a couple of days now since my monitor officially broke. Yes, it fried out, and I don't honestly, I don't want to talk to Lenovo about it and waste my time. But since then we've done a couple of things around this on my setup, and installed the Dark Pro 4s, and it looks massive. It's honestly it's big, and the space between the actual case where the tempered glass is and you know the actual cooler is, it's like a millimeter or less than that. But we'll talk about the PC a different day since my video was quite long, and I'll save that for another video. And also, you guys are probably wondering, what am I gonna do with this monitor now that it's not really a good one, and that obviously one I want for my setup. So I actually went ahead and bought a new one. I know it's bad, and I didn't want to drop money, honestly, but whatever. It's what I want, and I'm gonna get what I want, what I need. Not just playing. But oh yes, mounted the PS4 actually. I did that yesterday, I believe. I didn't mount the controllers yet, but it is cleared up here. Basically, this is gonna be gone. That will probably be gone as well, that little table there. So we'll wait for that monitor to come in. But yes, thank you guys for watching. I know it's a pretty long video, and it took me a couple days to edit and do stuff and whatever. But I hope you guys, or I hope that the setup actually helped, maybe gave you some ideas on what to do or what you'd probably change, but also give me suggestions on what I can improve on. But I'll always keep improving or upgrading my stuff as the year goes by, especially when Black Friday hits. You know what's going on. But yeah, thank you guys. Like and subscribe if you want to, and if it's good content, let me know what I can improve on. As always, thank you. We'll see you in the next one.